Now, the reason I'm giving the BAFTA Film Awards, okay, to host Alan Cumming and all the handlers of John Davidson Donkey is because the reality is he shouldn't have been in the room. If a person has a condition that makes him scream out inappropriate, obscene, or taboo words, why risk having him in the room?
I want to be clear about what Charlemagne is suggesting. If somebody has Tourettes, if somebody has a disability, and that disability can offend somebody or hurt somebody, or they're going to say something or do something that offends or hurts somebody, stay home. Don't you come. What were you doing there at all? You know what? No society for you. No public. You are no public for you. No nothing. You stay home and you watch from the live stream. You are a live stream watcher. It's now. I'm not going to do it's too easy, the irony, right? Because that's the dumb take, and it's usually a person who doesn't give a shit about racism that cites it. And I know because that's been the fucking discourse online. And this has largely been the position that I've seen. Now, I want to just make sure that we understand, though, that what Charlemagne is suggesting is very stupid and would have unbelievable implications on like, when we start suggesting that certain people are allowed for society and others not, feels like a slippery slope that we ought to be all too familiar. Maybe there is a different solution or several solutions that we could take that doesn't involve banning people from society, but he's angry. He's angry and he's offended. And that is correct, right? But at what and at whom? Well, that really fucking matters. And again, if you're doing the things, if you are doing work in the world that is addressing racism meaningfully, you don't have to use moments like this to prove that people don't care about racism or that racism doesn't exist. It's everywhere. This very ridiculous situation where you have someone who has a very specific type of Tourette's where they say taboo things, right? The idea that that person is now not allowed in society lest they offend somebody is absurd and ridiculous. More than that, as a Black person to suggest that and not see, not the irony, because again, that's usually an annoying racist take, but the implications. The implications. Who do you think is going to experience the worst application of this? Who constantly gets left behind? Who does the left and the right not give a shit about? It seems that it's always women, disabled folks, and Black folks. Always, again and again and again and again. What is this consistent with? This is a guy who has apologized, right? He's apologized. But again, I'm going to best scenario this because something useful has to come out of what he's saying. And it's not out of what he's saying. It's how we're going to apply it, right? Because what he's speaking to is a feeling. And that's the key thing. When I'm talking about politics, if I don't understand the emotional, some kind of the emotional reality for the person, which is always communicated to me in their choice of words, their choice of examples, I try to speak to that first. Because what he's saying is very stupid. And the example, so now he said, no, let's stay your ass at home if you're disabled. And you could say something offensive, but is the word nigger just offensive? Is that all it is? Does it matter this larger socioeconomic and political moment? Does it matter more because of the time that we're in and the way that nobody's talking about it, right? So what Charlemagne is saying is, I saw the way society threw away Ye when he had problems because he was talking about Jewish folks. But when it's our stuff, nobody seems to care. This is very much not apples to apples situations, right? But it might be egg to egg, which is, do we all got egg on our face? Because we are so bad at knowing when something is, why something feels the way it does, why it feels bigger than it is.